This is one of the most unusual Bibles I have ever seen. It's the Living Bible, and so it's easy to read. It's a translation that anyone can understand, and yet it has footnotes for difficult things to understand. It offers the books of the Old Testament and then subsequently the books of the New Testament in alphabetical order. Apostolic author Marcial Clark offers this book, Created Images, particularly helpful for women. John C. Blattner offers this book on mentoring in terms of how to go from one step spiritually to another, leading Christians to maturity. If you've ever talked to Jehovah's Witnesses, you'll find that they say the same thing in a prescribed script. That's why this book by David E. Reed, Jehovah's Witnesses Answered Verse by Verse, would be quite helpful for you. Speaking the Gospel Today by Kolb is a theology of evangelism and how to reach the world. If you've ever been in a meeting, church or otherwise, where Robert's Rules of Orders are required, this is the 75th anniversary edition of that, and it is revised. Don Hawkins' Master Discipleship is a helpful book. It's based on Jesus' prayer and a plan for every believer to disciple others. Marvin Yakos is offering this book from Word of Flame Press on deliverance from drugs. Holy Spirit in Your Teaching by Roy Zook. Although Roy Zook is not Pentecostal, he does tap into some key sentiments as to how every teacher should teach, and I particularly enjoy the writing of Roy B. Zuck. This book, The Symbols and Types of the Bible, is by Kevin J. Conner, and it offers one of the most expansive looks I've ever seen of typology. Well, now, you wouldn't agree with everything. I'm sure there'd be a lot of good meat for you to go through in this. There's a lot of talk about Jesus, and if you go to any bookstore today, you'll find different versions of what Jesus should be like, based on the latest this and that gospel from the 2nd century, Gnostic gospel and so on. In his defense of the biblical presentation of Jesus Christ, this book, Jesus, The Great Debate by Grant R. Jeffries, will take archaeology and prophecy and so on to demonstrate the truth of the biblical text with reference to Jesus Christ. And finally, if you do not have this book, you need to get it. This is one of my favorite books, The Life and Writings of the Elder G.T. Haywood. You need to have this book in your library.